Hello everyone, welcome to a new series on prayer, and I am excited to be doing this series. I thought maybe I would do 7 videos on prayer. I started writing stuff out and it came to like 21, 23, so I haven't decided fully yet how far I'll go, but I am very excited that you're here. So I want to take you to actually 1 Kings chapter 3, and I'm going to read for you a very famous passage starting from verse 5. At Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night, and God said, "Ask what I shall give you. Ask what I shall give you." I'm going to jump down to verse 9. "Give your servant, therefore, an understanding mind to govern your people, that I may discern between good and evil, for who is able to govern this, your great people?" When we start going into the topic of prayer, I want to first encourage you to be real and to be raw, okay? Just be real and just be raw. It's super important. There's so many people that have such holy answers and such holy polished prayers that I don't know how real they are. Because when you read the book of Psalms, for example, the book of Psalm with many psalms in it, you're going to see David is so real. For example, in Psalm, I think it's at 109, he's praying against his enemies. He's praying destruction for my enemies. Wow, how crazy is that? Like, that was on his mind. And in Psalm 22, he's praying, my God, why have you forsaken me?" This guy is real. You know what I'm saying? These are some things that were on his mind. He didn't only pray like that, but that was part of his prayer life. He was really real. And so I just want to share with you, when I was a younger Christian, I used to cuss a lot. Like, I used to just cuss a lot, and it carried over to my Christian life. And so a lot of my beginning prayers had cusses in them, especially when I was upset and had like some intense emotions. And now I can't do that because I'm at a different place with God and I've matured a little bit. But where I was at, that's where I was at. And I believe God has blessed me greatly because I was very honest, very real, and very raw with God from the beginning. And I like to think I still am like that now in a different way, but I still am very real with God. So I just want to share with you a quick testimony. I didn't know about the gift of tongues till like later in high school. And then when I went to college, dude, a lot of people were praying in tongues. Like, they were praying in tongues and they were making all these different sounds, and I asked about it, like I was more interested, and they talked about how it's like a special prayer language between you and God, and I wanted it. And so I read this book on prayer. I think I have it. Where is it? E.M. Bounds, where are you? E.M. Bounds, oh my gosh, okay. Well, E.M. Bounds, here it is. So I picked up this book on prayer. Okay, E.M. Bounds on prayer. It's like 5 different books in one, I think. But I read through the table of contents. There's not one chapter on praying in tongues. Not one chapter. But I remember one summer I was reading I read the first 55 pages. I remember that's the end of a chapter, 55 pages. And so that's up to chapter 8, 55 pages. And I was just reeling, and he's really encouraging people to be really real and raw with God. And so this is how I would pray for the gift of tongues. You ready? I go into my prayer closet. I'd be like, all right, God, you want to know what's on my mind? I said, I want the gift of tongues. And I said, why? I said, because I think it's cool. That's right. I said it. I want the gift of tongues because I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. I think I will look cool too. I think it's awesome. It'll look cool. It'll be great. Yeah, that's why I want the gift of tongues. Day number 2. I'll be praying. I'll be like, God, you asked what I want, right? I mean, you asked a blind man what he wanted to see, right? You asked people what they wanted. Jesus did, right? And they would tell him. So I still want the gift of tongues. I still think it'll be great. It'll be cool. It'll be awesome. Yep. Day 3. Yeah, God, I want the gift of tongues, and I want this special language between us. I would love to communicate with you in this cool, super cool, awesome way, and I think it'll be really great. Day 4, day 5, my prayers would change just a little bit, and it would turn like this. God, you know, I do want the gift of tongues, and I think it'll be great. It'll be really cool. But if I'm gonna abuse it by any chance, and take glory away from you and bring it to me, then I'm asking that you hold off to a better time. You know what I'm saying? You can still give it if you want, but I'm just saying, if you know I'm going to abuse it, then please, maybe you should hold on to it. Day 5. God, don't give it to me if I'm going to abuse it. I said you can give it to me, but now I'm saying don't. Don't give it to me if you think I'm going to abuse it. If I'm going to use it for myself, don't do it. Please, please. I don't want something like that to get in the way of this relationship. And I still remember May 29th, 2001. It was a Tuesday night. We were praying before a retreat, for the retreat called EQLL, English Queen's Light of Love. I still remember. It was probably number 8 at that time. Yeah, it was definitely number 8 at that time. And I remember we got into groups to pray for a certain topic. Presider, pastor led us into prayer. And as soon as my mouth opened for the first prayer topic and we just started praying in unison, I broke out in tongues. I didn't know it for the first maybe 30 seconds. I'm like, what's going on? I feel this sensation in my mouth and I hear these sounds and noises, but what's going on? Because in my mind, I was praying for the prayer topic. But something else came out of my mouth. And after the second time, I realized what was happening and it was amazing. And when I had prayer times, it was amazing. At that retreat, when it was prayer times, it was amazing. It was hard to switch back to English. It was awesome. But listen, I just want to encourage you because it didn't begin with some polished and holy prayer with all the right motives. That's not where I was at. But as I prayed from where I was at, as I was real and sincere, I slowly started to change. As I spent time with God, I started to change. And you know what? When I was in that right place, good timing, all of that, God decided in His grace and His goodness to give me the gift of tongues. And I am super, super thankful. And the bigger lessons than the gift of tongues is to be real with God. To be real with God. So I just want to break off any religiosity in you that says, oh my gosh, I need to pray like that person did at Sunday service in front of everybody. He was so eloquent. She is so great at the way she words things. Just break that off of you right now. When it's you and God, be real, man. Be real. He can take it. He can take it. And you keep approaching Him real and raw. Keep approaching Him as is, as you are. He will change you. And that is awesome. So Solomon prayed for wisdom. Different people prayed for different healings and miracles. People prayed for boldness. David prayed for his enemies to be destroyed. But in another Psalm, Psalm 35, he is fasting for his enemies. You know what I'm saying? And so just be real. Oh, my God, why have you forsaken me? David prayed. And then he also prays, the Lord is my shepherd. He's besides me, right? He leads me, He guides me, He's with me, even through the valleys of shadow of death. I love that. I love that. So be real, be raw. I encourage you, follow me throughout this prayer series. We're going to get into different topics. The next topic is going to be with the lesson in it, how I prayed and found my wife. Come on now. All right, so stay with me and I'll see you soon. Thank you for being here. God bless, and God bless your prayer times. Be real, be raw. Amen. Amen.